Welcome back to another Ultimate Expression video. I just got back from the grocery store. Got a little grocery haul going. One of my previous vlogs, I took you through the store and showed you different types of foods that I select, well, for the diet that I was on at the time. I'm switching it up. I'm going back old school. So we're gonna see how that goes. I'll show you some food that I got. I went back old school, 3 weeks to shred it. Went on the grocery haul. These are some of the items that I picked up. And yes, I'm using my tripod. My son got me a tripod and I forget sometimes to use it, so I'm hands-free today for the vlog. Got the fresh spinach. We got a deal on this bag and I forget the price. This is gonna be the main ingredient for a lot of the meals. 6 to 12 ounces of chicken added into this, depending on what meal and how much protein that I need during the day. 2 things of turkey bacon, and this stuff is really good on the macros. I was surprised. 2.5 grams of fat, 5 grams of protein for each slice of bacon. This is gonna be mainly breakfast time, but I may add this in to some of the other meals if I want something with extra flavor. I'm trying the crispy onions and the wonton strips. These things are really good. I wish they made them in a bigger package, but I'm gonna put these for flavor in the salads during the day. I also got the croutons. Velveeta's the cheese that I always do. One big reason is because I get 5 grams of protein for each serving. Also 3 grams of fats and just 4 grams of carbs. Apples and blueberries for the fruit. Where do the pickles come in? Well, I do at least 2 slices after each meal. That helps with digestion. Change it up with the almond milk that makes my protein shakes. Just a switch from the Fairlife. Jumping back towards the breakfast, I will be adding this in for some variety for liquids. I don't really like consuming liquid calories, but right now what I'm doing is getting shredded. I'll be less restrictive on some of the calories that I take in, because I'm gonna hit my protein numbers, and wherever the carbs and fats lie, that's where they're gonna lie. Picked up the Planters peanuts. I usually do these before bed with the protein shake, but I may also have these at breakfast in the morning. I can also add some variety to the protein shake with some oats or something like that. And throw in some spaghetti just because, shoot, I like spaghetti because I love me some good pasta. But anyway, I gotta get to cooking because I gotta eat dinner right now. So one thing I didn't think about is I need to wake up early enough to fix some of this stuff, because I'm used to fixing a lot of food and then just kind of taking it out of the containers and warming it up. These meals on this diet, I usually cook them. A lot of them really don't need to be cooked except for just the chicken. So I'll take the chicken out and just add it to everything. I'll cook that up, but that's about it. So this morning I did get the spinach and I added some honey to that. Also added the turkey bacon in there. I got my orange juice, I got my water. I didn't do the green tea and I didn't do the fruit, which is basically the apple. And the recipe or the diet here calls I can do an apple or a pear. So I'm gonna head and do a chest workout. I've got to do my protein, my post-workout afterwards, and then I'll probably double up on the shake or maybe double up on the chicken for meal too. And maybe I'll do a full day of eating and let you guys in on it, but maybe I'll save that for another video. I want to get in and talk to you about Gran Turismo. So I'm back today. I'm back walking. I did work out the other day. I went and done my chest workout, but I had to turn you guys off because I had to go attend and take care of some business after the workout. I was able to get my meals in, my post-workout, all that stuff, but I had multitask between that and some business. Those things come up every now and then, but today I'll just finish I'll finish my first meal actually, and I'm gonna come out here and get a walk in. But I left off the last video talking about Gran Turismo, the movie. Some of you guys may know about the video game, PlayStation, old days. That's where I was first introduced to Gran Turismo. And they recently come out with the movie. I just watched it a couple of days ago. And just to cut to the chase, I gotta give the movie like a 9.5 out of 10. It's one of the best movies that I've seen this year. I think Creed is one of the best movies, but this of 2023. Some of the other movies, were enjoyable, but what makes this one special is that it's based on a true story. And when you're watching the movie, you're almost kind of in disbelief that it's a true story. But if you go watch the movie, keep that in mind. These aren't just characters. They're real people, real emotions, real lives, real family. One of the critiques I will have in the movie is the accents in the movie. To me, they weren't consistent from one person to the other, even though those people were in the same family. Some of the ways they pronounced the words wasn't consistent with the accent. I think originally they were from Wales, but the accents between the two sons didn't seem consistent because they said some of the same words and the accents were on different places. And I may be mistaken on that, because maybe that's just the way it is. I mean, that's the way it is here in America. Some people just talk different than others. But what are the chances that happens in the same family? But let's get on to the characters of Gran Turismo. Main character, he's a standout type of guy. I think it's interesting how they didn't embellish the story and embellish it too much and make it over dramatic in any type of way, not just over dramatic in the racing, not over dramatic in the acting, but it was a nice level, good enough to capture your attention and move the storyline. Some movies you get in and the storyline kind of halts up and you have so many questions why. They're trying to produce suspense and it doesn't come across to the audience as well. This one delivers. One of the things I liked about Gran Turismo when I first found out about it, I bought the video game, opened up the booklet, started reading in the booklet, and it's actually telling you how to drive the car. These driving techniques are for all cars across the board. They even taught you the difference between front-wheel drive cars, rear-wheel drive cars, oversteer, understeer, camber, those types of things. Even like they talk about in the movie, braking. How does the brakes work? Are you braking bison 70-30, 50-50, 60-40? A lot of those things come up in that video game. I've done a lot of experimenting, and there's a lot of critics out there to say you can't come from a video game and do that in real life. Those guys were proof that it translates to real life. And I think everybody that played that game and went on to drive a car in some type of fashion, and I'm specifically talking about racing, because I drag race, done some other type of racing. It does translate to the car, the things that you're doing, because it teaches you where your steering needs to be, how your braking needs to be, when to brake, when not to brake. A lot of those things, even hitting, objects on the diagonal will make you faster. But that's only to scratch the surface. I learned a lot of things foundations from looking at that and real life application. So that's pretty much my summary on Gran Turismo. If you've watched the movie, I want to know what your thoughts on the movie. Leave it a rating down in the comments. Oh, and don't forget, catch your merch, Jiu-Jitsu Legend, because Jiu-Jitsu is legend. I'm going to get out of here and get on to the next. But I'll catch you in the next video.